Welcome to Kranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Kranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always wins. Come on, let's get into it. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back to the Kranky Live show. As you come in, you know, if you don't feel some vibes today. I had a very rough day, people. Rough day. I tried to execute a deal and it blew up in my face. Not a good thing, but we're here to talk sports. You'll have to go up and back there. Bless up, One Love, Drew Ross, Roxroy James, bless up. Thanks for being here. We'll talk some sports tonight. We'll talk some Champions League. We'll talk some EPL, which is really getting down to the nitty-gritty. And Drew Ross must be smiling because his team is overachieving. And then we'll talk some Jamaica football. Yes, we'll live to see another day. It's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. And we should all be happy about that, especially if your day is a good day. Especially if your day is a good day. If it's not a good day, then make tomorrow a better day. All right? Make it tomorrow a better day. But bless up. We're not going to spend enough time at dilly-dally, but get into the subject, get into the conversation. There's a lot to talk about the Reggae Boyz. I see people dropping squads all over the place. Which I find interesting. In fact, when them drop squad, me I see two name on sheet, and the same person can. I guess them so good they did it twice. I have to smile. You can make a mistake when you do them thing because something I rush, but some people pick up the same thing and run with it. Like somebody copy your paper in a school and copy have the wrong name them. That's not a good thing. Hey, Roxroy say, hey, Kranky, me wanted to do the interview with the man, you know, because only you can give my real one. It was funny because people are having some throat problem. I'm not sure what's happening. It was funny because I think somebody asked the question on Ball Pre channel, and he basically smiled and skip it. I wouldn't give him a hard time. I would just ask him questions that need to be asked. You know, that's a question that need to be asked because I hear all these interviews, and whether it's with Maverick, who say my big journalist, whether it's with the Dread before, right after we didn't qualify for World Cup, but it's a more recent one from the radio station. All these people in Jamaica, but you know what? I'm gonna take a step back and say, I'm gonna say, I do understand. I understand because it's no different in the US, whereby the media is compromised. I see where I don't want to talk politics, but I have to use these analogies as we talk about some of these things, right? Where Hegseth, who's the Secretary of War now, used to be Secretary of Defense, and the man say I'm a warmonger, and I'm fighting off war. Venezuela and Iran all over the place. I want to get Greenland too. Anyway, let's stay on track. He said the media is not reporting the war in a certain context, meaning they're not reported how they want to report it. So if you want access, you have to do what the parties who have the information that you need want you to do. And so in the world today, and luckily in the world today, information is distributed. So you can go source your information from anywhere you want to. You don't have to go anyone to give you source. Before, it used to be a oligopoly. In some places, a monopoly. And information with social media now, with all these avenues to get news, you don't have to depend on one source for it. Because when the sources are compromised, as all the big media outlets being bought up now by these billionaires who are all worshiping the one and only almighty person in the White House, then you have to go find alternate sources. So we have to do that. So in Jamaica, it's no different. Jamaica is just a reflection of a larger world whereby the media is compromised, traditional media, and they're compromised because they need access. Now, YouTubers like me, we also want access, but I'm not compromising my integrity for my access to you. So, and this is, I'm going to throw a word out to Rudolph, because I did ask him to come on my channel, and he said to me, and it's no secret, he says, well, he can't go on every YouTube channel. But he go on some channel more than once, which is his prerogative. But I asked him, not because I was pushing for him to come, because people are asking me to ask why can't come on my channel. So I asked him to come on my channel, and we're not throwing on butterball question. That's all I have to say. We're not throwing on, because you play softball and you throw up the softball, you play cricket and call it butterball catch. We're not throwing on butterball catch. We are asking the question and what people want to know. And you can answer them how you want to. And it's not being divisive. It's not being confrontational. It's just trying to get insight and perspective and ask questions that people want answers for. And historically, I wasn't happy with Simon sometimes. It's his job to protect the coach and protect the J from the reputation. But sometimes I thought he went overboard in doing so and didn't allow certain persons to ask certain intrusive questions to even the coach who came here. And the coach has this almost superior attitude when you used to ask him questions, because when you're in England, and I watched a lot of news across the world, when you're in England, those people ask the most intrusive, inquisitive, sometimes, I'm going to try to manage my word carefully, questions which I probably wouldn't even ask sometimes. I find it foul to ask someone's question, right? They'll ask those questions because it generates click, it's viral, and it makes them a name for themselves, even though the media in Jamaica can't take pressure. The media in England can't take pressure. Like most media anywhere. Maybe most of us actually who are in this space and who say we are journalists, broadcasters, or whatever we do. We don't like to get tough questions and criticism. We just don't. We have thick skin. Remind me of? I'll just use football analogy. some football team like Arsenal are great on set pieces, but them can't manage set piece. When people have set piece against them struggle. We struggle. Arsenal struggle with set pieces. So my hope would be is that the media in Jamaica get some, and start doing their jobs. And it's not only about sports, it's in other areas. And I see Maverick ask some very good questions sometimes on his channel about certain things. But then when he meet people in person and ask the question, then much make a softball thing. Or what he does, he mitigates the question by smiling and joking. So the question don't seem serious. So the person will feel the pressure. And I do think sometimes people need to be under pressure because, pressure differentiates men from boys and women from girls. It does. How you can handle difficult situation in challenging environment and come across looking cogent, being thoughtful, being cerebral, whatever it is, one want to think about you being smart. It's a good thing. So let's go to football. We spend a little bit of time in the introduction just talking about Jamaica media and Jamaica football. Let's go to football, or soccer, as they say in the US. So in the Champions League, it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow and Wednesday. Now, I hope you can see this. And if you can't see it, well, let me can help you, If you can't see it, let me say, it can't get them bigger. So I hope you can see it. If you can't see it, just pull up your screen because I can't get them big up on my screen. So I'm small myself. So it's an interesting Champions League games tomorrow. In the first round, no English team won. And there were 5 English teams who got a bye in the first round, apart from, I think it was Newcastle. No English team won, which is really interesting, given how dominant they were in the first round. Of the English teams tomorrow, Arsenal plays Leverkusen, and Bodo Glimt, by the way, plays Sporting, and they won the first leg 3-0 home. Let's see how they do in Portugal. But I think Jamaica need to think about teams like those teams who are not the most pronounced and known and the best reputation, and yet are producing at a high level. We have 41 people coming to watch. We have 17 likes. If you don't hit the like button, people now come to my channel. And if you notice, I've been doing less and less YouTube. And one of the reasons is I'm not encouraged. I'll be honest, people. My philosophy in life, if I feel like doing something, we just pivot and do something else. So the YouTube channel now, I know some people say, oh, your numbers gone up. Yeah, they've gone up. But the viewership and the watching, it now materialized like the subscription. So me can't say me encourage, me not tell no lie. And if me not encourage, me I do other things. Me have enough things to do. Me I get bored, even though I'm retired, me I get bored. So if you know support me, no support me. If you don't support me, me understand. Me just become extinct and go do something else. Anyway. So for the Champions League, Arsenal drew with Leverkusen last week, and Leverkusen drew with Bayern at the weekend, but Bayern had 2 red cards. But they were much better than I thought they were. And our offense, as I mentioned before, is passive, is as AFTV Ravi like to say, it's quiet. It's a quiet offense. That means we're not playing well, which is not good. Man City, Real Madrid. Now, I've said this number of times on this channel, and I've said it before in other forums. Sometimes when you're smart, you're too smart for your one good. You're too smart, and that's Pep Guardiola. Man, too smart for more good people. Pep, in the game against Real Madrid, and look, Real Madrid is at home, but they had no Mbappe, they had no Bellingham. But in that game, he playing Semenyo in the 10, he played Savinho outright. What are you doing? Your best offensive, your most creative player is Turkey. There's no doubt. Mamouche can score them from 20, 30 yards. You need Turkey in the 10, dictating play and giving Haaland some service. Can Haaland not get no service? Semenyo was last playing 10. Right? And then we had Doku on the left, but what Madrid did with Doku really well, which some people don't do well, is Valverde was coming back and helping a lot. And then Pep put O'Reilly a left back. I mentioned this before after the game, and the man get the ball 40 and say, O'Reilly, I look up like him lose something at the ear, like a bird in my watch. And the man going to go score. After that, it was history. So let's see what happens in the next leg when they go to the Etihad. But I heard Bellingham should be playing. I'm not sure if Mbappe is going to be playing, but it's not a good look for Man City. Not a good. And then we have Chelsea against PSG. Now, we saw 2 games where the goalkeepers were a shambles. They were shambolic. Chelsea, PSG, and Tottenham, Atletico Madrid. In the Chelsea game, Chelsea could have come away with a draw, or say 3-2. They just lost their head at the last. The keeper made mistakes, and then Chalobah running go tackle somebody up the 18-yard line and forgot he's playing centre half. All of a sudden, PSG go score and it was all over. And then they bring in the specialist, come score a couple goals. Can't pronounce his name, so I'm not trying. So Chelsea is I don't think Chelsea can go forward because they can't stop PSG from scoring. They may beat them at Chelsea, but I don't think they can beat them 3-0. So they're going to be out. I think Chelsea's going to be out. Atletico Madrid is not that good. They came to our place. What we beat them, Arsenal? We beat them about 5. About 5 we get them. They ain't that good. But what happened is, I think they wet that field a certain way. If you don't read the right cleats, you can get in trouble. And that's what happened to Tottenham. Both Van der Ven and the goalkeeper slipped on a couple of plays, cost them goals. Tottenham came back and scored 2, but they're not going to go through. So if I expect teams to go through from England, I think Newcastle have a chance when they go to the Bernabeu on Wednesday. I think Liverpool should beat Galatasaray, especially since Sanchez is not playing for them. I think Arsenal should beat Leverkusen. So I think City and Tottenham may... City, Tottenham, and Chelsea, I don't think they're going to make it. England have 6 teams in. They may end up with 2 at the end of the day. May end up with none. You never know. Because Arsenal is not playing well at home anymore. Because our forward line is suspect. And in the other games, Bayern is going to go through against Atalanta. That's a shoo-in, actually. That should be an easy game for them. And Bodo Glimt have a big lead against Sporting, so we'll see what happens there. Arsenal have the easy zone, but we're not playing that way. Not at all. Now let's go to the Premier League, because it was a very... So you know what? Before I do that, what are your predictions for the games tomorrow? Tomorrow games, we have Arsenal Leverkusen, we have Man City against Real Madrid, we have Bodo Glimt against Sporting, we have Chelsea PSG. My prediction is Arsenal wins, Bodo Glimt go through but they lose, Chelsea out, Man City out. That's what I'm predicting. Even though I think Man City have a chance, people. They score first, game on. If they score first, game on. But I do think that's how it's going to run tomorrow. And then I think Liverpool will go through the following day. And obviously Bayern is gone through already. So interesting Champions League, and Arsenal sitting in all four competition. So it should be good. It should be good. Now, if we go to the Premier League, and these are the standings, and the more I see these standings, the more smile I get, because this weekend, frankly, it could have been 2 points. Well, could have been 5 points, and now it's really 9 points. Meaning, we could have lost to Everton, so we lost all 3 points, and City could have beaten West Ham, and probably should have beaten West Ham. I think they took 30-something shot. West Ham had one, not even shot, one header on goal, and the score ended up 1-1. Peter says Arsenal, Real Madrid, Atletico, Bodo Glimt. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good bet. Even though stranger thing happened. Remember, Barca went to Liverpool up 3-0 and lose 4 and get 4 at Liverpool. So anything is possible. Man, you stand alone. Yes, they do, because they're not playing any big competition. They only play in the Premier League, so they are alone as a Big 6 team. They're not playing Conference League, Europa League, Champions League. So you're right. Now for the Premier League, this weekend games were really, really good games in terms of outcomes. So Arsenal beat Everton. Frankly, we should have lost that game. To be honest, people, we should have lost that game. But I'm not going to do the Arsenal game first. I'm going to hold off on that. Chelsea lost to... I'm not going through every game, but mention some of the key ones. People going for top 4 and who are trying to fight relegation. So Chelsea lost to Newcastle, 1-0. Good setup by Willock to Gordon. Liverpool. I thought they would just run away with that game easily. Right? I thought we were going to run away with it easy, but they made it difficult for themselves. And Tottenham, I think Tottenham can stay up if Richarlison stay healthy. Since Richarlison has come back, he has played really, really well. He's been a force up front. That double forward they're playing, double forward line with him and Solanke is very good. And I would bench Van de Ven and Romero if I was a coach. I'm not playing those two Superdonnas. We're not producing. Their problem. They can't defend themselves, even though they have bigger reputation. So I wouldn't play them if I was a coach. If I'm trying to survive, I'm trying to pick people who are going to be in the trenches with me. It doesn't include those two. But Tottenham did brilliantly to draw with Liverpool and probably could have won that game, actually. Charleston has a few chances. Liverpool looked good until they reached 18, and then I don't know what they're doing. Villa got smoked by Man U. And I got to mention something that game, actually. Those of you who watched that game. When did Villa lose that game? If you're going to give me a hard time about this, I can't help it, people. When did Villa actually lose that game? When did Villa lose that game? Because Villa was doing well in the game, you know. There was 1-1, they were going forward, they had the ball, and then somebody gave the ball away, and Man U got on and score, and it was history. That player, lucky if he played for Villa again. They can't wait to get rid of him. And if he leaves Villa, I don't know where he goes from here. And then Man City against. So I watched the Man City game. I watched most of these games, actually. I watched the Aston Villa game, I watched the Liverpool game. I was watching Chelsea game simultaneously with another game. Brentford drew with Wolves today. That was a good game. Wolves playing really well. Nobody wants to lose, you know. Even the team that Wolves drew with us. Everton should have beaten us. That block by Calafiori on Matt Neal, who should have come play for Jamaica but didn't, was brilliant. Bournemouth, drew? Brighton won. Sunderland lost. Crystal Palace and Leeds drew. Nottingham Forest drew. West Ham drew. It's all draw. A lot of it. So if you look at the standings, Arsenal, I am not going to say we have won the title. We still have to play for 21 points. City has to play for 24. We played them in the Carabao Cup this weekend, in the final on Sunday at Wembley. I think it's 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, probably 10:30 Jamaica time. That should be an interesting game. The good thing for us, though, is that we have a 7-goal difference. So if we lose another game and they beat us, and if the goal difference doesn't change, we'll still win the league. So it's a good look. I'm happy where we are. Now, the talk of the weekend was the Arsenal phenom, Max Dowman. Now, I was doing a watch-along for that game, and I was begging for Arteta to put him in. And I had a long conversation with a friend of mine. Many of you guys know him. He runs an academy. I call him out. I hope he will watch me tonight. Because he believes that Max Dowman is too young, Kane depends on a young. And I was thinking, if he's good enough, he's old enough. And I watched him in preseason in Singapore, and he was one of the best players for Arsenal on the pitch, probably the best player. And then I saw him with Mansfield when we played in the FA Cup game just over a week ago. And again, he was the best player on the pitch until Eze came on, in my view, and scored that brilliant goal. He had missed 2 goals in that game, but he's just special. You know, when people are dribbling, some people dribble a certain way. You know, when you dribble and you beat a man, like you cut him, when he cuts you, the ball really doesn't really move that much because his next foot he's cutting you with his right, but he's taking the ball with his left, he's taking the ball with his right. Right? So there's not much gap between when he beats you, he just does enough to get by you. So he's in full control of his body and the ball. And he's been known about since he's been 5 years old. I think the story is that Arsenal saw him at a tournament when he was 5. They brought him in. He was playing for the under 18 at 13. So he's always played 2 levels above where he's supposed to be. And the kid is about 6 foot tall, so he's not a small kid. He's not overly big, but he's good size. And he's doing something in the game that we're not doing as much as we should, which is put the ball in the box. That's how the ball went to Nkape, who touched it down for Gokares, who I don't rate, by the way. I don't think Gokares is a good player. He's a good goal scorer, but he's not a good footballer. And then Max scored the goal, and obviously England is going crazy about Max. People talking about World Cup. I think he's England did that before with Theo Walcott to go to the World Cup. Was it 2004, whatever it was? Or was it 2008? One of those World Cup. Couldn't be 4. No, 2006, I think it was, in Germany. They brought Theo, 16 years old. But the coach never see Theo play. Just heard about Theo and how quick he was. And Theo didn't have Max Dowman ability. This is different level, people, different level. And I tend to talk about he's bamboozling defenders, his defenders who think is best in the world in training. So he wasn't surprised. So I called for him on Saturday because I thought he'd be a game changer, and he was a game changer. Let's hope we give him more. We're not going to start him, but give him more game time. Bless up Owen. Hit the like button, Owen, as you come in. Let's hope we give him more game time, actually, because he's a special, special talent. Now, more excitement. And here's the thing about American sports, which you don't have. So in American sports, and they're trying to broaden the field to allow more teams to participate, you don't have no race to the bottom, like relegation battle. Because of money sports, ain't nobody taking a relegation when they spend $1 billion for their team. What do you think, Owen? So, but in England, you know, look at this table. Look at the bottom. You have 5 teams. 2 are probably relegated. They're still mathematically in with a chance. That's it. Burnley and Wolves going down. But West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, and Leeds are all, I think Crystal Palace is safe. 40 points get you there. Are all fighting to not be in that one last spot. Right? But if you look at the schedule, West Ham has by far the toughest schedule. They got to play us. I think they got to play City. They play City already. They got to play a few more of the very good teams, actually. What do you mean if I relocate Owen? What do you mean Owen? Explain. Wait, because I mentioned England, like I'm in England? Here in yeah, misspoke. I misspoke. I'm not in England. I'm in England. I've lived in England a couple of times, but I'm not in England. But it's a very exciting race. If I was to pick a team going down, I couldn't pick one. I think Tottenham have a very tough schedule end of the year. West Ham have a tough schedule. I think Leeds has been drawing. They may draw their way to safety. Yeah, it's one of those 4 teams. I'm not going to pick which one going down, but it's going to be coming on probably to the last game of the season. It surely is. So let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as it relates to the EPL, the title race. I expect us to win, but nothing is given. For Arsenal, the Saka, Martinelli, Madueke, Trossard thing is killing us. Trossard has been atrocious since the turn of the year. Saka has been okay, but that's not what Saka is making £300,000 a week. You can't play okay football. Martinelli has scored 1 goal in the Premier League, and Madueke has 2, but Madueke get to the 18 and Jamaica turn full. So I thought I may have to make some drastic decision. Now I've blamed Eze for not being Eze is playing like himself now, so I expect more goals from him. He's playing with more freedom. He's making mistakes, which is part of what creative players do. He and Max Dowman would make mistakes. But you also want them to play freely so they can be their creative self. That pass he made to... I have a question for you guys, actually. That pass Eze made to Havertz, you think there was a penalty or not? I thought that was a clear penalty. It was so blatant. And how VAR could move on after that. Did VAR ever look at that? I just didn't understand that. Oh, Lord. Here we go with Man U fans saying, if Carrick came earlier, we would have preferred up the table. That's possible. I mean, I think your previous coach was too stubborn. Putting Maino on the bench, who has been very good. Casemiro's playing brilliant football. Man got about 7 goals. He got more than all of my forward line except for Gokares. So that helps quite a bit. And then he's rotated Cunha and Mboima, Sesko. I'm surprised Sesko don't get more starts because he's 7 in 10 in terms of goals scored. He's scoring every time he comes on. I'm surprised he didn't put him on earlier. But Man U is doing well. But for Arsenal, and we're trying to win the league, our wingers have been poor all season, all of them, including Saka. Saka has 6 goals this season. So that's not good. You can't be getting those 6 goals and making £300,000 a week. I have a question though for people. Apart from Semenyo, think about wingers. If I think about some of the offensive players who have been great, are great in the last number of years, Salah, Haaland in the second half of the season, and Saka, you'd expect much more productivity from those players. It's not happening. So I'm not sure if there's something happening in terms of how teams are playing. No, English teams are playing sometimes very sturdy defense, and the transition defense is very, very good. Everybody working hard. I think a lot of players are tired. I see Rice sometime playing. He looks like he wants to go and hide. So we'll see what happens. But the league is going as well as it could be for Arsenal fans. And this weekend was a brilliant weekend. And let's see if we can win the Carabao Cup and start off with 1 trophy. We have 4 to win. We may not win any, but in the game we could win 4. But we were playing, I'm not sure expect us to win Champions League because I don't think we're playing that well. Win to beat a Bayern, for example, in a 2-legged tie. We'd only play them in the final anyway, so it's not like we have great teams to play. We beat Leverkusen. We play Bodo Glimt Sporting team. We should be able to win this. At least go to the final or semi-final. Now let's talk some Reggae Boyz football because I've been seeing a lot of communication around Reggae Boyz, and I heard Rudolph come out and pick his squad, and people are waiting for the squad to be announced. And then I see certain teams have their squad out. See Congo has a squad out, and a number of teams putting out teams, and Jamaica always wait till the last minute to put their team out. But I also heard Rudolph says he has 3 new players. Now, it was my understanding it was supposed to be about 7 or 8 players, frankly. It was supposed to be Max Aarons. It was supposed to be Keenan Davis, Cameron Archer. Who was the other midfielder? Lewis Baker, and then Brooks and Mason Clark. And on the outside would have been Tyrese Hall. It's about 8. And we're only getting 3, is my understanding. We're not getting Keenan Davis. He got injured, and then I think Keenan is still waiting for England, frankly. And there's been a lot of talk in England about Keenan Davis because he's doing well in Syria and he's getting a lot of touting about how well he's playing and how effective he is and his attributes. And when he was at Villa with Terry and how they rate him. And because Ollie Watkins and Abrams and Tony's is in Saudi Arabia, there are no, and Calvin Lewin is hit and miss. There are no forward right now in England was a guaranteed backup for Harry Kane. So his name has been mentioned. But he would have been a really good pickup for Jamaica. A really good pickup, actually. I'm very disappointed he's not coming. And there was discussion about in the newspaper in England about him and the possibility of him playing for Jamaica, but that's not happening. Lewis Baker has been injured all year, so didn't expect Lewis Baker to come. Max Aarons, look, you gotta want to push to come. You can't say you're coming and then if Button, you know what, like Phillips from Crystal Palace, and then Cameron Archer. I think Cameron Archer got his papers. Hall had his papers a long time ago. Hall was one of the players who was playing in the under-20 team 2 years ago, and we didn't call them the 14 player we disregard. Then them fire January. But anyway. And I was asked about Tyrese Hall. Now I say who asked me, but I was asked about Tyrese Hall. And I've talked about Tyrese Hall quite a bit, actually. Even though I think his game has fallen off since the turn of the year, actually. He's not playing the same way he was playing before, and he's not getting as much game time. But I talked about him and Jermaine Defoe and other coaches rave about him, but I'm not sure where he is. I've been tracking him as much as I was before, but I heard he's in the numbers. By the way, I don't have the official squad. I have my own squad. I'm the official squad. And I know that Mason Clark is coming, and I know that Andre Brooks is in the mix. So it's not like we have 6 or 7, 8 players coming in. So I was very optimistic at first when I heard about the 7, 8 players, because may want to change most of the team because them failed already. I am happy about who coming in because they're young enough players to be in Jamaica team for a while. You know, Brooks is early 20, Mason Clark is mid 20, and I think Tyrese is about 20. So young players, and Mason Clark's stats are good. Last time I checked Mason Clark's stats, he had 7 goals, 7 assists in 31 games, and he's at Coventry, who are leading the championship, even though they lost to Southampton this weekend. And then Andre Brooks also. I forgot Andre Brooks' stats were, but he had goals and assists. He's playing well for Sheffield, actually. So he's a very good player, very highly rated at Sheffield. And the hope is that if they come in, they can add something to the table. Right? They can add something to, because we sure need some help, because as I said before, the players who were there before, they failed. Right? Players were there before, they fail. And if you fail, so whether it's the technical advisor who fail, whether it's the players who fail, we can't trust you again if you go play against a better team. No, sir. I thought we'd have bring in more players. I would say this though, it's not for lack of trying. Your famous I seen Andre Brooks stats. Andre Brooks has 34 games. He has 5 goals and 4 assists. His position varies. We call him central midfielder, but I think he can play anywhere across the front line and or play 8 or 10. And he does get a lot of stars. So he has 8 goal contribution in 34 games, which is not bad actually. Right? Yeah, he's still at Nats on loan, actually, Tyrese Hall. So I would expect, and Rudolph said something which many people may have missed, but I didn't miss. What did Rudolph say people may have missed? Tell me what Rudolph said, what I thought was interesting. He didn't catch himself. Tell me what him said. I thought it was very funny, actually. And maybe he's a prediction for the future. He's saying something that is in his mind, but he may have misspoke. But it should be interesting to see what happens when it comes to this team. The time is coming up, people. Next weekend, after next weekend games, is the international window. You know, Jamaica playing on the 26th and the 30th. Well, 26th and maybe the 31st. The last chance to make the World Cup. And are you people having outside of odds? And people are optimistic. Me not have nothing them optimism. Me not tell no lie. Nothing. I see this. Me have a little squad me pick, and me look at my squad and say, yeah, it's okay. Nothing there that get me excited. I said, boy, we're definitely going to achieve our objective. I'm not optimistic at all. I'm curious to see what the final squad look like. See people have 27-man squad. You know, it's not 27. I thought they could have gotten, because my understanding could have had 30-something people in the squad, actually. And then you cut it down some days before the first game. So we'll see what happens in terms of that number. It's my understanding that Ravel is not in the squad, but I haven't seen the squad, so I don't know. Very disappointing. At a minimum, we should have had Ravel in the squad. I had a feeling that he would not be in the squad, because the final squad, because I don't think the coaching staff is in. I don't think the coaching staff wanted. This is gonna sound bad. They don't want the headache. They don't want the headache. They got the Ravel. A lot of people, you know, work the headache. But I think he has the ability to be an influencer. When you're playing against very good teams, you need somebody who can just control the game, you know. You need somebody who don't feel pressure. So if he's not coming, how Rudolph put him on that standby list, and then somebody needs to hurt them and just bring him in. Because I think he would do a good job for Rudolph. I don't think Rudolph rate Ravel. He couldn't rate Ravel if him there a technical advisor and Ravel not coming to the squad when he play World Cup qualifying and still now bring him back. I don't even understand that. You try to see him old. You go try to see him old, tried and tested people. Them when they won't feel you go back to them again. Did they want everything will change? Now I heard it's been circulated around that a number of players. Here's a funny thing. I said this the other day, people. Here's what's funny about this. So by the way, people, if you want to call in, we can call in. Got the line open the line, and put it up. We can do a call-in show this evening. Here's what's funny. I heard that Kaheem Dixon, Shamar Nicholson, and Whisper are not in the squad. Right? Now, I've heard about no Greenwood. I don't think Greenwood coming. Now, here's what I find funny about that. You guys should digest this. And I've said it the other day. People, we can have 75 people and only 39 likes in it. That means I don't like the show. Half of them don't like the show. Almost half of them don't like the show. Come on, people, do better. Here's what I find interesting. We're at home playing a World Cup qualifier. It's the last game to qualify. We need a goal. And our front line consists of Cephas, who we know to score some goals, but not scoring a big team apart from Trinidad. Trinidad a big team. They get a sniff against Curacao. Nicholson, Dixon, and Whisper. And the one player who was put in late was Calamarty. Right? Late, when we're desperate for that goal. But yet, the next game after that, in the next window, 3 of these players are not injured, but they're not in the squad, is my understanding. Can anybody explain that to me? And I see him, technical advisor, was part of the group that selected these 4 players and put them up on the field. And Jamaica could have called for them and want them juggle play them. Like I bush them there. Me not understand. I don't understand, people. The players who you're depending on were your lifesaver. You just dash them, I said not good enough. What me not understand about this? I know I'm not that smart. I hear people like Maverick says so and Rudolph says sometimes I'm not that smart. But somebody, if you explain that to me, please explain it to me.
You're playing at home. You need one goal. You have all them players. You know, you say they're not good enough to be in your squad. They're not injured enough. Whisper there, Leicester. Dixon there. Where Dixon there? Him left Rex in the left League One, League Two side, or what him there. And gone back League One side and gone back Charlton and gone play academy football. And then Nicholson, I go to Belarus. From Mexico, a 16-year-old to keep on that team. Me confuse people. Confuse. And then Cephas touch the ball about 8 times in a 2 game. I make 8 passes in a 2 game and then complete 5 passes in a 2 game. I think I the numbers. I think me have the numbers I'm right. 5 passes. Wait. That can't right, man. 180 something minutes. It's about me not understand. So that's why I confuse people. Me not that smart. I am not that smart. But I'm very confused about certain things. You know what? I would love to interview Rudolph. Hey, Rudolph. Come here, watch your channel sometime. You just say you know watch it. You watch it sometime. Me know you watch it, because certain things come back to me, know you watch it. Rudolph, I'd love to interview you in a public domain. Let's have a conversation, Rudolph. You can call, if you want to call it adversarial interview, it's all right. You can come with our guns blazing. Me don't interview you. Me know you not come, but if you have an open invitation, Rudolph, to come on my channel. Open invitation. You should tell me, so I have 2 people on my channel. I have 4 now. I went from 2 to 4. I double it up. So more people don't see you. See, I jump and see people channel over and over again. Nothing wrong with that. But spread the word. And I've used me looking at Rudolph. I really want to talk to you in a public domain. Because I know you're saying afraid of people. I know you're saying, you know what? Not no bother you. Even though I not true you attack. Because anybody who have ego thinks bother them. Nobody says so. Anybody who have big ego, any criticism them get, them take it personal. And they said they were playing up to the crowd. Well, the coach actually acquiesced to the crowd, you know. If me I go resign, and me have Roman Burrell for my bench who has scored enough goal, and me have money put in Kadamati, because Kadamati missed enough goal against Bermuda, and him not score enough goal. But me like Kadamati is a very good player. He's more very good for Jamaica, by the way. But he's not farm. He's not getting no game time on team. He started getting game time early next season. Then get no game time. Then send him a Rex and know it even worse. But me have Roman Burrell on the bench, I score enough goal, me not get no service. Me want to score a goal, me desperate. Now put him in, now put Dixon in. People feel say me I fight Dixon. Me not fight Dixon, but Dixon not play over Campbell, for example. And Campbell start with Charlton every week. I say that every show, me say that. Because my head spin. I must start every week for Charlton, and Dixon can't get in Charlton, be like getting the academy side and then play Jamaica with them by yourself and play him over Campbell. I mean, I say Campbell is a great player. He's a very good player. He work hard. He start every week Charlton. Don't score a lot of goals, but at least he might get playing time. But one thing Rudolph did was very, very good. Rudolph set selection criteria. So you can always point to that criteria when you select team. Now, I heard that Toxic Boss. You know what Toxic Boss is, right? I'm going to drink some water, people. Give me a second. Maybe to the like button. I heard that Toxic Boss a whisper half in our team. Me not understand. So Toxic Boss things they can't tell Rudolph speed up it though. Toxic Boss have the audacity. Toxic Boss, you have the audacity to want to Rudolph speed up it with the team. And who for play? Rudolph and win. So Rudolph not going to own on grudge. Come to Bailey my team and Bailey not playing no football. If me I start my team, Bailey can't start my team. Me not tell no lie. You see Bailey play against Bailey this weekend and Bailey been playing, Bailey can't play on my team. Can't start over Mason Clark. Can't start over Campbell. Can't start over Greek. Can't start over none of them. Sorry. Can't start over Andrew Brooks. Can't start over none of them. Bailey not playing no football for start for Jamaica. I know people say me I fight him, because me always fight him. He has lost 2 steps. Him look last on the football field. No know him for pass, no know him for square, no know him for shoot. Him last. Him can't start. If you want to win Rudolph, me know say you get enough grief, but play the team you think is best for you to make you win. And as you said, Rudolph, you know, as you focus on, you have criteria for selection. Playing time, performance, etc. Use the criteria for selection. Even though we also select some people in defense who probably not fitted, because King play for St. Marion, which is a good team. Damian Lowe play in Timbuktu. And Ethan Pinnock not playing on football. Money I play. In fact, he's not in a play cup footballers in you because you don't get no cup. I think the other day him play, you know, get no, them have them there far right that tournament. You know, you don't get no game. So you don't play no football. No people play for Jamaica, you know, like see if they get some football now. No people play for Jamaica. They not get no game time. But now the people are getting game time, right? Look at the team now. Palmer get game time. Jamal Lowe get enough game time. They talk about Jamal Lowe from the Wilderness. Macy Clark get game time. Andre Brooks get game time. Even Baylor get game time. The Marigere get game time. Hayden getting game time. Who else am I missing? The defense do a kind of suspect. I think Webster get game time. Amar Bell get enough game time at Charlton. Tyrese Campbell get game time. I know Norman Campbell supposed to be in the squad. He might get game time in the A-League. But the center mid defense, King get game time, but level of competition is not there. He didn't play against Rangers this week and then lose 1-0. So they must say, I do something right. He man Freckleton. Damian Lowe, I get game time. He said he scored 2 the other day, but if I talk about Rebel in the Bush League, then what Damian play. Right? And the Damian is a leader. Now I know where Damian is playing, people. Lati was on the bench this weekend and him lose. Hey, Frank Lampard. You know, Lati get a red card he gave before, but you put him on the bench. When him play, you know, lose no game in the Lampard. You think by chance that happens sometime? I think him play 5 games since the start of the year because then they lose. And it was 4 winner, 1 draw. Even when he get the red card, him still get over the line. You know, starting the other day, and lose against Southampton. So Lati we start at centre half. No, Freckleton not coming. Freckleton is not. Freckleton was supposed to be in the 8 or 9 players supposed to come through. My understanding is that no papers is not coming. Even though I heard that he wanted to come. So I don't know how that works. Some of the hear things, you know, yeah. But here's my every week, I revise my 23-man squad, right? John Bell, I've seen John Bell before. I've been watching him, but he's all right. John Bell, Tavan Gray. How do I see him more? So I put them. This is my next 26-man squad. I know some people have them 27-man squad. So this squad leak. I'm going to pick my team till the real team come out. So this is my 26-man squad till the real team come out. I'm going to submit squad right because sometimes you put things up, you know. Even though we need to have another goalkeeper, we only have 2 up there. But you can see me just put in Mason Woolgate versus somebody else. Me say everybody have put on. If Rudolph Speed have that player there, Kyle Ming versus Mason Woolgate, you know him, I do. I tell him that. It's a big people football. I see this squad from Congo squad. Everybody play overseas. And they're playing at Belgium, they're playing at France, they're playing at England, they play everywhere. Pure big league, them play now. One Bissaka, Wissap, ton of them. So we need quality. And I don't know where New Caledonia play, but we need quality. So if you look at the squad I have here, if I was going to make a change to the squad, I'd probably add a goalkeeper. I would probably remove. We never had a selection in our people. I probably wouldn't have carried Kevin Lambert or Kara Anderson. I'd bring Ravel instead. I know we'd be lacking a CDM. You know what? Find somebody to put in a CDM. But this is my squad for the I know a lot of these players are on the list. The supposed league squad. I was told people in the JFF have the squad, not just Rudolph. The other people have it, but I try to keep it well, and some people have put squad out. But this is my squad. This is my squad. And I think this is a decent squad. You know what? My squad messed up. John Russell should do them. I don't know John Russell is out there. See, I make a mistake. John Russell should be on the squad, people. Somehow I was playing with 2 lists, but the wrong list errated. Wrong list. John Russell on my team. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. John Russell should be my team. What am I missing? See, I was rushing to put this up and I was late. That's why I must push back the time. John Russell shouldn't be here. So I'm going to take him out. I repost it. I made a mistake putting John Russell up here. Norman Campbell was supposed to do this. So I've redo my list, people. I take it down. Yeah, I rush to put my list up. Michael Antonio, why am I to carry the back, people them back? I heard New Caledonia is recruiting. I heard they're recruiting. And the team on me have up on the right. Somehow we pick up the wrong squad, people. I mean, I set up my squad, and then the system pick up the wrong squad. I had Norman Campbell in my squad. I must have it someplace. I have Norman Campbell. I have no John Russell. I have Norman Campbell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's when you rush to do your squad, it's not a good thing, you know. Don't rush to do anything. I was busy this evening, so I didn't have time to go back and revisit it. But John Russell is not in my squad. Was in the squad for the World Cup and not in the squad here. But Tyrese Hall is in there. I'm glad to see Tyrese in there. Let's see what happens. If you cap him, same play for Jamaica going forward. I wonder if he can still play under 20. Probably could, you know. But the team is not. I just see all team people. Palmer, Reed, apart from Brooks, the three that I had up there, apart from Brooks and Mason Clark and Tyrese. Let's see them all team. We bring back Jamal Lowe. See them all team people. What are your thoughts? You can call in the people. There's a phone number there. If you don't want to call in, I'm going to say, call in, I will say, man. It's them, you're close on the show. And what are your thoughts? You think we can make the World Cup? Or is it done? Huh? You think we can make the World Cup, or you think it's done? We just go yard and just stop. What are your thoughts? We have a lot of people who are bandwagonists, you know. They only follow the football when we get close. And when time it now work out, we then get vexed and got them yard. I am hoping that we give a good account of ourselves. I don't expect us to qualify. I'm gonna be honest. This team is possible. It's possible. Anything is possible now. Look at this weekend where you see West Ham draw with Man City. You know, Man City is a much more expensive, a much better team. Any update on the player that I sent you? Which player that, J Money? You get enough players and we can't remember, you know. Can't remember. But most players I get sent J Money, they've been tracked already. Joshua Duffus. I don't remember that in J Money. I'm sure I reach out to somebody and them say he's being tracked, actually. I'm sure it's just somebody. I saw Reece Nelson playing today. Brentford and Mr. Sitter. Because Mr. Sitter Jamaica would have beat him. I don't have it. Germany somehow may not try to find a number, you know. But no, I mean I am. You guys optimistic? I'm not optimistic. I think it's very, very difficult, and it's a huge task to overcome a Congo team which is playing at such a high level and are just as motivated as we are to go to the World Cup. Now, we have talked about this before, which is FIFA has been silent about the case brought by Nigeria against DR Congo. I haven't heard anything about it yet. Anybody hear any news? Me know you're no news. Secondly, if Iran is not going to the World Cup, are they going to put somebody else? Put Iraq in their place and then bring somebody else from Asia to come to the competition? I mean, FIFA need to make some decision. So, Cartizzle saying I'm not confident in us getting to the World Cup. I think we missed an opportunity when we didn't qualify automatically. I know. I was talking to somebody the other day about this, which is, can you imagine if Rudolph Speed go World Cup, people? Can you imagine World Cup? Can you imagine Rudolph pull off the impossible? We can't talk to him again. We can't mention Rudolph no more. If we walk on the position, I see Rudolph come and give him the way. You can't talk to Rudolph. Rudolph have the biggest ego. Can you imagine Rudolph pull off the impossible? Right. Rudolph would be a hero. He's already a semi-hero, be a big hero. Yeah, I think JF had some arrogance, and the arrogance haven't paid off, right? Yeah. No, they. I mean, I was very familiar with the recruiting process. The JFF wasn't really recruiting. Most of the recruiting done with JFF. I said this before in our previous show. Devon do it. JFF not recruit nobody. It's only now that Rudolph come take over that they're able to get people through Pika with no problem almost. Limited problem. It's amazing to me that before, they were going around in circle and circle and circle to get people in. And as soon as Rudolph come on board, the process is easier. Which suggests that the JFF and Rudolph were not involved before. And people need to ask the question, why? So why wouldn't, here's my frustration, people. Why wouldn't people in the Jamaica media, whether YouTubers or traditional media, be asking Rudolph that question? Like Rudolph is a nationalist and he do everything for the team to win and get to a good place. But yet, when we had World Cup coming up, you weren't involved in the recruiting process. No, you're involved and people across the line. Why weren't you involved before? Because some people are saying sabotage the thing. I don't go that far and say sabotage something. I just think Rudolph was just standoffish. So the man them run him thing. And then him start to things don't go certain well after the Gold Cup and himself get involved and go the Unity Cup and then come back and become technical advisor where he assists and not insists. I know him have people, Coley assists him. I'm sure Coley may not be insisting either. Because if you don't insist, then people can't blame you. Yeah, but Devon has been effective, even though he's been doing it on the side and he's been doing it not in official representation. He's been effective, you know. People like Hayden, Devon are the key initiator, try to get Hayden way back when, and other players. So he doesn't have an official designated role. They're not giving one. But they haven't done the best job of sourcing players. I think they have a scouting department in Jamaica, you know. They scout youth players. That's it. They supposedly have somebody in England, but yeah, just somebody on the corner in England. I'm somebody in England, but I don't know. The recruiting process is not the best. It's not the best. It's not the best process. If Jamaica wanted to really recruit, they'd offend the parish presidents and offend others in the footballing community. You know, you Rice Simpson said, the man in Figure. Right. So Rice Simpson's sentiments is just reflected on Jamaica now. Now Rudolph Speed said he has changed, so and his recruiting suggests that at least he has changed for now. We don't know if he changed long term, but at least he has changed for now in terms of the players, in terms of recruiting players for his team. But who knows if he's gonna revert back to his old self? Because as we lose, we are Rice Simpson gonna have big business over dinner and call out that if the formula that we employ to recruit to get players is not working, the overseas man them not produce. While Jamaica now produce the best young football. I mean, think about the footballers who left Jamaica, the one them we go with left with fanfare. Players who left with fanfare were Dixon and Whisper, you know. Just think about it. The last two players who left Jamaica, young players, that left with a lot of fanfare were Dixon and Whisper. Dixon got Charlton, Whisper got Chelsea. I said from day one, the Chelsea move was a greedy move and the wrong move. I'm sure Chelsea pay more money than Newcastle. But if you're at Newcastle, you have a much better chance of playing on their team than you can at Chelsea. Because when you go Chelsea, you get lost in that wilderness. Everybody good. Everybody young. Because of their model. You get cast away real easily. Now, Whisper is at Leicester. I didn't get 12 minutes over the weekend. Now I played on pushing football. I said from day one, it was mismanagement. But Whisper go Chelsea. And you can't change my mind. Because if you back yourself and you think you're good, you never got the best team right away. You can't work your way up to it. The money will come. You can't run the money from early. I mean, so Whisper go buy Benz and show for one Benz. I mean, nah, you nobody for the money, you know, but when you're that young at age, somebody feel manage you and manage your money. All right? Somebody manage your money. You watch Shaq say what he do with the money. When he first get the money, go buy Mercedes-Benz, him mother and him father and himself. All of a sudden, realize the money done. You can't operate that way there. You need somebody who is, I'm going to use a new term, monetarily informed. That is well aware of finances to help you manage your money. And look at people who hang around and licky, get you in trouble. Flush G said, Kranky, bless up, my brother. 10 days out and pot, now bubble pop. Well, Rudolph saved him already, you know. Right? Rudolph saved him already. Now, I think he should have gone to Chelsea, to Newcastle. Because Newcastle don't have the biggest academy. So he would have been stand out there early. And look at Miles, what's his name? Who's in their midfield team. They need wingers. They have Murphy within a rate. You didn't get enough game time nowadays. Right? They have Bond, who's unpredictable. They have God, who sometimes is good, but he can't score goals. So you not get game time. Not get enough game time. But the bench and get game time. Kranky, I heard Speed said he has learned a lot in this space from what has been discussed. What do you mean learn a lot in this space? What do you mean, Triple? Expand upon your comment. What do you mean he's learned a lot from this space? What space? You mean as now he's the coach? He has 2 international games on his belt? And everybody says Speed have an international experience. And the man just manufactured 2. Quick, Martinique and Grenada. Can't tell him and in 2 and 0 too. Make sure him pad him stats too. If Rudolph retire tomorrow, he might one of the best wins in percentage in Jamaica history. 2-0. Hasn't lost a game. No matter who you play now, you're reading percentages people focus on. Ravel is gonna be watching the game like us, it appears. Ravel will not be going to Mexico. Guadalajara. I thought about going to Mexico, but I'm not telling no lie. First of all, I don't like fly. And second of all, after them done kill off the cartel leader, I lead them place the other one. You watch on TV. And then me watch along. Now I got them place there. But it's unfortunate actually. I thought FIFA would move the game. Hey, FIFA people, I do a FIFA rant. FIFA give somebody the peace prize, and then man stop run war. Asia, CONCACAF, and Africa. How they make European hours a run FIFA? From Blatter to Infantino, and them have all the votes. Me not understand anything to people. Then for change the law FIFA, then for rotate the presidency. Every 4 years, a different federation get the president. Everybody looking for them own interest. Europe about 101 team in the World Cup. 101 team in the World Cup. That can't right. You know, you go there for them business and then to a small continent. You feel the business for them all the money. Right? World Cup still don't make enough money. So I don't understand how all these federations with all these members and all these votes, because FIFA to me still corrupting the people. Still, you about the Qatar World Cup, the Russia World Cup, even after Blatter, it's still enough things are going. Even though they say it has changed somewhat and it's cleaned up quite a bit. For Infantino, come talk about say, man, forget peace prize after that nonsense that bring politics into the sport. And then we have the Nigeria-Congo situation. We have the Iran situation. And go World Cup, yeah, the fight are going. And then we have no Iraq. Is it Iraq? Is it Iran? Is it UAE? World Cup? Confusion. And then I make no decision. We're not getting no spot. Every federation, every region want their allotted slots. So that's not happening. And Cuba have no slots, so Cuba will drop out and we get FIBA slot. They're not happening. And probably wouldn't even get anyway. And probably get to Bolivia or something. Even though I think Jamaica probably be the country that would want to get to any other country. So we not prove that we deserve to go. It's going to be very difficult to reconcile us not making the World Cup with what was required to make the World Cup. Very difficult to reconcile that. The fact that we didn't make the World Cup, people, when it was as easy a zone as there could be. And then when you call out the JFF, people say you're toxic and you're this and you're that. I mean, I understand anything they know. And people want to get job and people get big job because they ain't feel. And then if you say something, I pay more to get. People don't want to call into the show. If no calling me almost hour and a half then enough. Don't call him, I'll close it down. Call them, make me hear your voice be heard, people. Don't be shy. Call the phone. You can call on WhatsApp, you can call direct. I talk too much more to get dry. Nah, they wouldn't do a bracket thing. Trust me. A politics, them think that politics, you know. Cartism. Them not get that not happen. It won't be by no zone thing. Them zone they draw just some lucky draw thing. Then they reshuffle it for satisfy them need. So FIFA stay here. FIFA's all about money. Money. And the tickets are not selling like they said before, you know. I haven't said the World Cup sell out, sell out. No people not come. There was some conversation there was this on NBC. A lot of people not coming to the World Cup. Either they not can't come because them country like Senegal or other reasons. People don't want to deal with the nonsense. They don't want to deal with what the nonsense are going on. So they must say, them now better come. Must stay back. And if that's the case, then maybe there's some free tickets. I can get some tickets to go in because I haven't bought a ticket to go to the World Cup yet. My niece when I buy me tickets, but they don't spend any money to go buy no big $1,000 buy no ticket. I don't love the game that much. But I can watch it on my TV. I'm in my living room, I'm comfortable. Italy taking Iran spot. That not happen. Trust me. That's not happening. There'll be a big outcry. That's not happening. You can't give a slot to a European team. They already have enough slots. Bless DC, how you doing? Long time DC. Hope things are going well. It is the MAGA Cup. It's MAGA Cup. MAGA do it thing. And if you don't want to deal with it, I thought they should have moved the World Cup to Canada and Mexico. But then I realized that from the quarterfinals on, all the games are playing in the US. So it makes no sense. Mainly first and second round games are being played in Canada and Mexico. I thought that's what I heard actually, that they're going to fly to Jamaica and then take a chartered flight, but not sure. I thought I heard Rudolph say something like that actually. They might take a chartered flight to Mexico. So they have a few dollars. Flash a Kranky, people don't want to call because they're frustrated and are pure cussing and go on. No, man, I mean, not a cuss. You can articulate yourself, express your frustration, express your perspective. Do you like the new recruits? Do you think they're going to add value? Can they help us get over the line? The question has to be answered. Yeah, I think that's what Rudolph said actually. They go to Jamaica and then fly chartered to Mexico. Hey, people are not flying that, you know. Go sit down on bench, you know. Yeah, fly, 10 hours from England to Jamaica, about 10 hours? Or 9 hours, somewhere around this, huh? And then you fly another hour. How far from Mexico to Jamaica? About 5 hours. I love fly that, man. And you may not get no game. Yeah, rack up some miles, though, so maybe that help. But that's a lot of flying for people who play a long season. You come the 22nd, right after the Sunday, I leave Monday. And tight. They're not, I keep telling you people, it's a pickup side, you know. You know, one time, where's Greenwood? Greenwood, that's France. I don't know where it's big over the holidays, but it's in France. Now come on, Jamaica. I haven't heard anything about Greenwood. We'll see what happens. I don't think Greenwood coming though. At least not in this go around. Maybe he'll come for the 2030 World Cup and then realize England not pick him. But who knows by then? England may forgive him because I'm sure he would have been in England squad. Because the way Saka playing, not England wingers, then would get over the squad in front of him. Gordon wouldn't, Saka would, Madueke, Greenwood would be a sure pick. Madasi was out injured for a while. Yeah, he hasn't been playing much football, so you couldn't pick Madasi either. Yeah, it may not make a difference too, because if you fly, maybe they want to come together as a team and kumbaya together. And if you have a chartered flight, you have the space anyway, so yeah. That maybe makes sense for them. So I don't have a problem with them flying to Jamaica and then flying, even though it probably would be easier to fly straight to Mexico and then have to worry about, you don't want to change plane too much though. On chartered flight, you're more spread out, you probably have more comfortable, but they should be flying business class to come in, so that may still work. Don't be surprised if I see him. I haven't heard anything about it actually, so I can't talk about Greenwood. And people have been my sources have dried up. People are not happy with me, people. He one of my best source. Man, the man attack and the man that didn't give me no. The man, yeah, the squad pick, but it has been published yet. Even though some people say it leak and they put up squad where some of them players don't go so. Even my best source stop giving me information. All right, give me information. So look at drips and drop thing when we can't even use. Then the man I talk to me and say, oh, no, you can't give me the name them. And I say, all right, keep the name them. I'm not even stressed about them thing there, because if you don't want to give me the name them, sometimes I go thinking of giving the name them because whenever people give me names, they always say you can't talk about it. And my view is then why tell me? If you can't talk about it, why tell me then? I waste my time. Waste your time and my time. You waste my time. Keep your squad. Keep your squad. Me not fuss. You don't want to give me the squad name them, me cool with that. No hard feelings. Zero hard feelings, people. The Reggae Boyz are in a really bad predicament because our Jamaica football, I should say, because that 12 or 11 much $1 million gone on the drain. Now, Greenwood thing is not a Tuchel thing, it's a FA thing. It's probably a public thing versus a FA thing either. So I wouldn't blame Tuchel for Greenwood. Frankly, it was up to Tuchel not pick him. Which manager are you talking about, Garrett? Which manager are you talking about? Now, if it was up to Tuchel not pick Greenwood, man. Well, as you said, you had a dream, like Martin Luther King. You had a dream. Keep dreaming. They're gonna name the squad on Friday, people. They have a press conference on Friday, and the squad will be named on Friday. So you know what I may do? Watch out for my show on Friday. I'm do a show Friday. I have a squad name. So watch out for my show. I'm do a show and go through it. Hopefully, we have enough changes to make to the squad. But the squad gonna be named on Friday, people. 11 o'clock. The only problem is that the JFF headquarters, that means it's not over the internet. So we can't ask no question. So I said, nothing think that problem to people. They're gonna have it at the JFF headquarters. Hey, the JFF smart, you know. JFF sending on a Wi-Fi and building 2025 people, 2026. And we're on a Wi-Fi. You know the same thing there, you know? At the JFF headquarters. Suppose like that. So they can't have press conference where they can broadcast a press conference. You can't be remote and ask. What my team? I had my team up this evening, but I made a mistake on it, so I'll pull it down. I'll bring it back. I'll come Friday, man. I'll come Friday. I'll come Friday. I can't have my team upstairs and then I pull down my team. I pull up my team, and then I messed it up. You know what? I'll fix it and put it back up. It's a hard thing to pick because we can't come up with a right back. Can't find a right back, people. It's sad. Cannot find a right back. No right back. I don't know where we're going to get a right back from. Because Dexter not playing on football. Dexter would be the right back, but Dexter not playing on football. Kranky gear up enough call Friday. Okay. Yep. No, I may do a show Friday in the day though. I don't do no night show. Okay, everybody will do night show. I feel different from them. I may do a call in the day. So enough people probably won't be on. But Friday, if the squad is at 11 Jamaica time, 12 US time. So we can do a show by say 2 o'clock. I mean, I want to do it too early. I have to take my time and think about what I want to say and everything there. I have to go no quality information. I'm just trying to come up with the names here. Norman Campbell should have been in this list. And I don't know why I didn't put him in. But I heard from good source that he should be there. I guess he might play a J League and you have to put some local players on it. You know, Sanjay said, with Simon as a press officer, hardly believable. Digital and Flow are literally around the corner. Love, they can get internet installed. I thought that's what they said. They were some. We'll see if they broadcast it, but now they don't. They said they have issues at the headquarters to broadcast those. It's not a big. It's not the best space either to have that. But if they broadcast it, maybe they will bring it, because the last time Speed announced is when he had a big announcement when he talked about the 52-man squad, and he had that document that he talked about criteria for selection. I think they may have got from there, so maybe it'll be broadcast. And if it is, I'll probably try to join, and I'll consider some questions. I'm curious. I'm curious. Everybody at Jamaica have Starlink now. Now maybe I'm mistaken, but I know there's one of the spots. I thought about JFF quarters. Them said them can't broadcast. Them can't do it from, because a lot of times they have it there. They don't. It's not publicized outside. It's not done outside Jamaica, so we can't do it remotely. They don't Zoom it. I don't hear anything about Zoom, because you know what? Let me look. There was nothing about Zoom about a Zoom call. I didn't get anything about a Zoom call. I didn't get anything about a Zoom call. Oh, this is not good. Okay, let me try to do this. We try to do that. Let me get speed upset. So why not afraid we get speed upset, people? Me not understand that. Why not afraid we get speed upset? Man, get upset of in business. Why would I care? If he want to get upset of in business, but not try upset him. If me ask a question, like, I know me are the problem. Are you the problem? If you able to answer the question and don't get upset. I don't think Speed don't get upset. Speed only get upset with me. Then me call him out in public. I mean, not really call out Speed that much nowadays. And the toxic boss said Speed will put him protege in the team. And look like Speed at him to go jump off our bridge. Because Speed now put him in. I understand that player will not be in the team. So toxic boss can't say anything I want to say. It ain't happening. But at the end of the day, it will be interesting to see what happens when the squad come out on Friday. So Mr. Something. Now try to call something. I'm going to put up a list of people, but it's not 26. It's about 25 me have here. I'm missing Leon Bailey, Demar Gray, Jamal Lowe, Renella Cephas, Clark Bailey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing a midfielder, I think it is. Brooks. I'm up with the list. So I'm only going to have like 25, even though it's a 26-man squad. So now forgive me. People are ask for it, so I bring it out. So we can put something up. You said JFF had the squad out? Yeah, I heard Mings is in the squad. Kyle Mings. I didn't put Kyle Mings in my thing because he's in my squad. call out somebody. That's all I say. If Kyle Mings in that squad, I call out somebody. Someone them said to me one time. So here's my list. That's only 25, it's not 26 people. So, and I said it's 26-man squad, but I have some names there mixed up. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is only 25. I was trying to change the number, but I'm missing somebody and I can't remember who it is. I only have 2 goalkeepers. There needs to be another goalkeeper there. Why we supposed to get called? Because Rudolph Speed said he has criteria for selection. And if you're not playing on portion of football, you're not come. All right? I think Rudolph said this. That's why him bring out them things, and Rudolph was clear enough. Rudolph smart enough. If I don't think so, Rudolph not smart. Rudolph smart. Rudolph know him I deal with. He knows the Jamaica media. He knows the Jamaica public. So he can then go and substantiate his rationale of why he chose who he chose. So end of the day, I have on the list. So me have Damian Lowe, because Damian Lowe in that squad. Me have Andre Brooks on the right. Me have Macy Clark on the left. And me have Tyrese Hall in between them. Like my fire something. No Whisper, no Dixon, no Nicholson. But we see if him pick him. I think him say on the next Kafu. We see if him pick Kafu. Or Fufu, whatever it is. I only have 2 goalkeepers because I couldn't figure out whether Jaden Ebert or who to pick up there. So that's why I only have 2. And Mason Holgate, I'm not sure about either. Most of the other ones I'm kind of, I wouldn't say I'm sure, but pretty comfortable with. I'm comfortable with all the people in defense apart from Mason Holgate. I'm comfortable with my 2 goalkeepers. I'm comfortable with my midfielders. And Norman Campbell should be forward, by the way, people. I'm just put him in there as a placeholder. But Norman Campbell is a winger. Norman Campbell would be, but I would run at a space, so I couldn't put him in here. But we're missing 2 more players, actually. Whisper is on standby. Why? You know, get no ticket. No Ravel is my... No Ravel. I heard no Ravel. I got some preliminary information, but it wasn't totally accurate. I was also told that Cephas was in the squad, and I said, no, madman, Cephas have a nice squad. You want Jamaica brought down? I was initially told no Cephas, and I said, that can't happen. Whether no one put him in or not, him have to go in. Whether I don't think him good or not, him have to go in a squad. That's how Jamaica works. But some people are saying Cephas is not in the squad, and I said, that's nonsense. That can't happen. Now, Cephas has played... You know what I should do? I should pull up Cephas stats now. Let me see how Cephas stats are going. Because sometimes I pull up people's stats and see if Cephas stats change. In non-Jamaica stats. Because Rudolph, I use performance, you know. But Rudolph was smart. Rudolph also said that your grandfather in. So let me see if we can find Cephas stats this year. I mean, Cephas start get game time nowadays. So let me see if we can find Cephas stats. Ronaldo Cephas, share screen, transfer market. This is Ronaldo Cephas. Let's Cephas stats, people. You can see it? I mean, if you can see it. This is Cephas stats. Cephas has played, look like 16 games, because some game in no play. Him on the bench, not in squad. So him have from 2 to 21, that's 20. 2 in that squad, that's 18, 17. So look about 16, 17 game. So in our next squad for 3 game, and we start from number 2. So 16 game, right? So he's played 16 games. The last 3 games he's played 19, 90, 86. Now, you may not realize this, but that black and white thing at the top, beside POS, is our goals, and the green thing are assists. So you may not realize it because you may be wondering why there's nothing below those numbers. Well, apparently Cephas is not asked to score goals for this team, because I think somebody told me he got man of the match the week before. But I know you get man of the match, anything get no forward, no assist and no goal. But anyway. So Cephas is not scoring goals or assists for his team. He's playing games though, and he probably looks fast and good. But as you can see, I'm not making this up. There are no goals and no assists in, let me see how much minutes in play. 90 and 86, that's 176 plus 90, that's 263, 265. But that's 26, 291. No, give me play no people. In play about 500 and something minutes. Right? Close to 600 minutes. In have no goal, no assist. So that's about 5 full games. Six full games probably. I'm on 500 plus. No goals, no assists. I'm lucky saying, can't get to play for Jamaica. He won't score a goal or assist ever. That's one of the reasons Rudolph look at them things. When people like cost people like Rudolph about players, and have to play because them score for Jamaica. When you play quality competition, you have to consider who you're going up against. Because when Cephas play against quality competition, Cephas only score one goal, score against Curacao in both games, He scored in the first Trinidad game. He scored against Trinidad and a breakaway player where the right back was upfield and Roman Burrow gave him the ball. He scored against no other team, no other quality team. He scored in the Gold Cup against no quality, against Martinique and Panama and Guatemala. So when I cost Kranky say I fight Cephas, I point out the thing them were obvious to me. I look at him stats. Apparently, Cephas is a defender. Because he not score no goal and assist. So he must be a defender. You can't be a forward and play football and score no goal and assist. Now, to be fair to him, he didn't get much playing time between August and he didn't get much playing time at all. Right. And say November. He just started playing time in the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Because he was on the bench when in November. He was on the, him get 90 minutes after not starting. Somebody must get hurt in December. Obviously, Russia cold, so him get Christmas holiday. And come back and play 3 games. Him play center forward 1 game, left wing. No goals and no assists, people. For a whole season. Hey, he make it the whole season, I'm going to go assist now. And then you have football people like Maverick, and it's about Cephas and want to come cuss you and tell you this and tell you that. May I leave that stat up? Hey, you know what? May I take a picture of that stat here? It's very important. It's a Cephas stat. Take a picture. Hey, I love to interview Cephas, Can be busy me a fight. I fight Cephas, I fight Bailey. But I know some people not cuss me, I call out John Russell. They not cuss me. I call any local band player, I get enough cuss. Somebody have beat Burke. Hey, people now forget Burke for the goal against USA, People now forget Burke for it was an inadvertent goal. Devon stop beat up Burke. By the way, people, Burke is one of the nicest players I've ever met in any sport, in any environment. I think when I was in, was it Dallas I spoke to Burke for about half hour. He is such a, when you go on the team them sometime, me start on the team, but me go on the team sometime, and if you engage with the players them, and some players you're like, you know what? You don't really want to talk to them. And I call out the name, but you know what? I really want to talk to them. But Burke, and it's kind of funny. Where's Bernard? Bernard not been on football. I don't see Bernard in a long time, I spoke to Bernard and Burke for a long time. Such pleasant conversation. Great personalities. Don't know them outside of the football, but really great personalities and good people to talk to. But so Burke I was very taken aback when Burke inadvertently scored that goal. But all is forgiven. He not scored it on purpose. All is forgiven. Burke are good people. Good people. But yeah, so if you look at the stats, people, if you look at that stats and put about my team, if you look at these players, Blake and Waite is guaranteed. Pinnock now playing football. Pinnock should be in a nice squad. I'm not telling a lie. I'm not comfy experience, but Pinnock in a nice squad. Amari Bell, yes, I play centre half, and a back three if you clarify if you play. Damian Lowe, Latti to me. Who would be a centre half, people? To me, Lati should play right. Well, we're not on right back now, but Lati will play right centre half when he play for Coventry. And left centre half, we don't know who that play there. Some people say King. Some players say play Damon and King and play Lati at right back. And that's what Root have to figure out. In the midfield, I think Isaac A will start. He'll probably start. If me and him, I start Andre Brooks, Isaac Hayden, and somebody probably Casey Palmer or Bobby Reed. And up front, I start Mason Clark on the left. I start Jamal Owen in the middle, and I start Tyrese Campbell on the right. That's my team. My two right and left wingers them play defense. Because we'll play enough defense. And then over Jamal Owen can put the ball in the net. That'll be my team, people. Graham Bailey now start for me. Sorry. Yeah, Duvan. It came out, I think it was today. Somebody actually sent it to me. Yeah, they want, well, they're gonna call him, but they're somebody sent me a possible starting lineup for who? Possible starting lineup for 14 or so top teams in 2026 World Cup. Somebody have something on Instagram. Somebody sent me some starting lineup. They have Neymar now start for Brazil. Oh, make up them thing here. Neymar now start for Brazil. Ancelotti not even picking him last squad, but he now start for Brazil. He's not going to go World Cup. Brazil have enough players. I don't think he must start. I don't think Hendrick will start. They might try to start everybody I see him. Joe Linton will start with Guimaraes and somebody else. But anyway, we're not going to Brazil squad. I'm Jamaica. Frey's going to miss the first game, so I don't know how it's going to work. Frey has too much yellow cards. So Frey will miss the first game. It's New Caledonia. But we have to win the first game before we can play the second game now. But yeah, Keenan Davis he's been playing really, really well. Really, really. They should. I don't think we did try to get Keenan Davis, but I think we needed better push to get Keenan Davis. We did try to get him, but I think when you want to get these players, you have to have the full backing of the JFF behind you, even the government. Many of them feel important. Have the Prime Minister call him and said, "It's the Prime Minister of Jamaica call you. We need you for you and your ancestors. Come play for us." So you have to do it. Can't have somebody come and try to call up and no, so that didn't work. I don't have a right back now. Right now, I am struggling with right back. It probably could be Mason Oldgate, but I'm not trust Mason. The best team may be Lati at right back. Jesus. Amari Bell at left back. Then we just figure out two centre half from the man we have. But people, you could do this, you know. Here's the best team, to be honest. Some people not gonna like this. Ronaldo Webster at left back. Amari Bell at left centre back. Lati at right centre back. And we figure out a right back. We put that power hold for the moment. Figure the right back. We need speed, people, along with some physicality. And Pinnock too slow, King too erratic, and Damien now play at enough level for deal with them manipulate this level. That's my view. Greg Lee now playing on football out here, so that's why Greg Lee's not there. I thought Webster is a good player last time I saw him, but I see Webster against some tough competition either. We need a right back. Right back has been a problem for Jamaica for years, you know. Years right back has been a problem. We can't fix it. And to me, Ian Frey not right. Ian Frey too slow to play right back. When I play right back for Inter sometime, too slow to play right back for me. Maybe what we should do is to convert one of them wing after right back long time. To convert one of them wing and them to right back. Definitely. Like a Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed can't play right back. I don't put Bobby Reed at right back. Bobby Reed right back with Lati centre half and Bell and Ronaldo Webster. Bobby Reed now effective offense. He play right back. Bobby Reed is a utility player. So then you can have more offense out to the right side. I put Bobby Reed right back, man. Kranky the best at right is low at which low at right back? We are talking about Flash D, where I drink. Bobby if you play right back, man. Right night back. Bobby Reed at right back. And you have Latti and Bell who are play centre half for them team and play at a decent level, playing a championship. And then you have Renald Webster left back. And then in midfield you have Hayden. You have Andre Brooks and possibly Casey Palmer. Can be a three across. And up front you have Jamal Lowe. You have Tyrese Campbell and Mason Clark. That's my team. Bell up on the bench. Bale not playing no football for staff for nobody. Sorry. Can't convince me otherwise. I watch him play this weekend and give it a goal. But kill off Villa there. Bad pass to try find who am I try find the number 10. Try find Rodgers. Horrible pass. Turn it over. Game over. Man, I'm gonna go score. Man, he go score and the game over. Now play well. No, if you pass, no, if you shoot, I'm out of it. I'm not. Bailey 2 years ago was a showing. Bailey today, shell of himself. He's a shell of himself. Billy Kadamati now playing no football for start. No Norman Campbell, I not see him enough. See fast to me. Nah, competition too high. Demari Gray. Demari is okay, but him not shock out. I would start the team that I suggest, Different team. Taban Gray played at a lower level, No, some people not boost up Taban Gray. There are some people that can play for Jamaica, they don't produce. At least CFAS produce in some games. Some people can play for Jamaica and not produce. Low at right back would never work, Flashy. Low at right back would never work, trust me. Right back takes certain discipline and certain footballing ability in terms of being comfortable with the ball. No, so. No, see low at right back at all. Speed should already know his starting 11 in his mind, unless injuries pop up. I know my starting level. I wouldn't say I know my starting level. I don't know my right back. I don't know my right back. I'm struggling with right back, people. CFAS has ridiculous speed. No Jovan Sterling. Sterling not coming. CFAS has speed, but CFAS is never really in the game most times. I don't think he knows his starting level. I think he has a good idea what it may entail. I think he has a good idea what it may entail. He could always play Hayden, Brooks, and Tyrese all in the middle, Have legs, and young, at least Brooks and all. He'd map up behind them. And then he might play Mason Clark on the left. So anybody else on the left up on the bench. In the middle, he might play Jamal Lowe. And then right wing, he might play Tyrese Campbell. The pressure we have to play Bailey, but Bailey not ready. I'll put up my starting level. I'm going to try if I write it down. I do have a starting 11, I think. Based on what I see right here now, that may change based on what the official... Remember, I said it now, the official team is coming out on Friday. Right? The official team is coming out on Friday. So you should look out for that team. I'll pick a team. Let me try a thing. I remember Frey misses the first game. So you can't put Frey right back for the first game. Right? You can't put Frey right back for the first game. I think Rudolph Speed should be creative. I actually think he should pick Bobby to play right back. Bobby missed goal enough too. Bobby can cross the ball. Bobby cover people. Bobby can tackle. But I play Bobby. What was me I miss? It's not a difficult team to pick, actually. I don't think it's that difficult. Maybe two positions. Maybe two positions, which are right back and who else going to midfield. But I don't think it's that difficult. All right. See if this. What the hell happened? So my team there, my starting team there for the time being, until I get more news. So Blake in goal, read that right back, Lati and Bell centre, Webster left back, Hayden, Brooks and Palmer in the middle, and Macy Clark, Jamalo and Tyrese Kemba front. That's my starting team. I'm comfortable with it. Comfortable with the starting team. Very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. I mean, how much size in the centre half though, which is a problem. But if you tell me if you put King and Webster in there and pin up, I say, I don't trust them. Not at this point in their career. I think King too erratic. I think Low now play at the right level and pin up now playing on football. And pin up slow nowadays. We're not going to play on back three. Bobby's too slow. Which one defending them spot? No, so Bobby not slow. No, man. You mix up Bobby, man. Bobby not slow. No, man. Andre Brooks and Clark are start, man. I'm almost 100% sure they're going to start in the game. I am almost 100% sure they're both going to start in the game. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to start. If they come, you never know what may happen at the last minute. People get injured. No, I think Latty's are better. Look, Latty playing. You watch Latty play for Jack Drummond. You watch Latty play for Coventry. Latty playing well, man. I didn't get a red card 2 weeks ago, but Latty playing well for play right back, right centre half. That's my team. All the players, Latty can handle the football. Ree can handle the football because they're ball handlers, you know, to a certain extent as defenders. A midfield, he didn't protect the back four. I may have Andre Brooks run things in the middle along with Casey. And then up front, we have some people who play some defense. It's a very defensive team because we can't forget what goal. We can't carry pass. We can't carry Blake and we can't carry Gray and Beal in that game. Yeah. Gray and Beal not play defense. Them try, but they don't play defense. We can't carry them in that game, people. Yeah, but you want the same team to play both games in my eyes, you know. You want that team to build some chemistry because they have no chemistry. It's another pickup side. Right? So you want a team to build some chemistry. So you have to use New Caledonia as the game to do that. And get something on your foot. That'll be Andre Brooks, a dictate in the middle. Bobby Reed probably play on the bench. The way I play football. You know, I play enough for Leicester. I think Bobby should play right back. So, all right, people. Those of you who think I should take him, who do you put at right back then? Give me a right back. I think Bobby has a pace to overlap. Bobby's a very mobile player, you know. Bobby talk a lot too. So Bobby can help the guide Tyrese Kemba on the right and communicate with Lati on the right. I think that's his best position. Because to me, he's not been effective in the midfield for Jamaica of late. He's not. Tell me when last Bobby played a good game in the midfield for Jamaica. Flash G, tell me when last Bobby played a good game for Jamaica in the midfield. Tell me last time he played a good game. I can't recall. Somebody said play Kyle Duncan. What do you mean play Kyle Duncan? What are you talking about? Kyle Duncan do what? Yeah, no, I can't remember Bobby play a good game. I understand Lati right back, and that's not a bad call. But I want Lati in the middle of the park. Speed have some problems, you know. And if we had made World Cup, we'd get some better players, you know. I'm sure about that. Frey's going to miss the New Caledonia game, so he has yellow cards. But people, Friday is right around the corner. The official squad is being named on Friday. I'll be able to come back here. It'll be Friday afternoon and walk through the squad, pick apart it, see it compared to my squad now. Jack Jovan saying, well, Bobby right back. No, I think Bobby should play right back. I think you can have Bobby overlap. Him and Tyrese can exchange position. He can cross the ball. I think Bobby at right back is the right move. I think it's the right move. Speed problem is that he works at the JFF. You know? Speed problem is that he can play. You're a Congo where I have players that play every. I watched Wan-Bissaka this weekend. And Wan-Bissaka play against Doku and I hold him one against Doku. And to me, Doku is probably the hardest cover apart from Vinicius Jr. in football. So if you can hold it, come see Doku run Timber ragged, and Timber to me are the second best or the best right back in the football, apart from what I name from PSG, Hakimi. I think Timber is even a better defender. Jay, good night. What you have to say?
Hey, good night, Kranky. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah, man. I just looked up after I heard that, saw that comment about Keenan Davis about England possibly calling him up.
Right.
Oh my goodness, man. That's terrible news.
We weren't getting him anyway. He's waiting for England. He wants to play for England.
Yeah, but he also came out and said he wanted to play for Jamaica on an interview that I seen that.
People said that because he want to play for England, but if England not work out, he might come to Jamaica. But that meant, if he wanted to come to Jamaica, he would have come to Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah,
man. I don't know. It just seemed
like he didn't look. If you want to come, you push to get your passport across the line. He didn't push hard enough to come. I understand that. I mean, he didn't get a chance.
Yeah, and he's having the best season of his career, so I understand why. You know, and really, there's not nobody that's having that stellar of a season behind Harry Kane. That's you know, so it's like that second spot is up for grabs for their striker.
Yes, exactly.
I just don't see. Usually, you ain't gonna see England England don't really mess with anybody outside the Premier League. You know what I mean? Even if they're doing well, like usually they just stick with Premier League.
The only time they really did that was they brought in Loftus-Cheeks once. And they also brought in, when the under-21 coach became the interim coach, they brought in a lot of players, including Gomez, who was in France at the time. So they try to cap as many players as possible. But you're right. You know, people like Tommy Abraham didn't get a lot of chance when he was playing, or Timori got a chance. Timori played for AC Milan, came over and played. Loftus-Cheeks got a bit of run. But you're right. For the most part, it's mainly Premier League player unless you're playing like in Germany like Kane. You play at Real Madrid like Bellingham. If you play for those big teams, and Rashford probably will get called from Barcelona. But if you're like in Italy, which is, I want to call it inferior league nowadays, but not the top 2 or 3 league, then yeah, I think Italy's behind.
Yeah, that's the part that still kind of give me a little bit of hope is like, you know, playing in Italy, still, you know what I mean? Like, he's having a good season, but I'm just trying to think who else. Ivan Toney, he would have to be Ivan Toney, you know what I mean? Possibly as well. Because, you know, Keenan Davis only worth £4 million, you know what I'm saying? Even though I suspect that's going to go up the next time they update things, you know? But, man, for real, Keenan Davis to me is the linchpin to whether or not we make it or not. Like, if we were to be able to include him in the team, I would say, yo, we really got a solid chance of going forward. You know
well,
I mean?
Speed wanted Keenan Davis, but he didn't get him. He wanted him. That's one thing I'd say. Speed trying to get the best players.
At least he tried. He tried. I mean, it's another lesson learned. Like, listen, we can't wait until these guys is having the season of their career to try to recruit them. That's why I got to give props to whoever set off the recruitment for Ramon Burrell.
Right.
That's probably the best piece of recruiting I've seen Jamaica do, you know, as far as seeking out somebody who has potential and then that potential coming to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Burrell was a good recruit. You didn't get enough playing time. The kid, Mason Clark, is a very good recruit. He's a very good player. And he will show up when he comes and play. And Andre Brooks is a very good player too. Those two players are good players.
Did you get that text I sent you and showing you how much Burrell transfer market value went up to like £5 million?
Yeah. Because he's scoring goals. He has what he has? Like 11 goals. He's scoring goals.
Double figures, assists, probably like 14 goal contributions. So that's what I'm saying. When he played for us at Unity Cup against Trinidad, he was at like £100,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's exponential growth, and that's whoever, I don't know if it was thing that recruited him, coach Devon, or if Steve McLaren did it. But that's the best feature recruit. That's how you have to recruit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you recruit players, you gotta give them game time versus other players who you give game time who don't deserve game time.
Yeah, but I think now his playing, once he comes back and once he turns on, doing what he's doing, he got to be the top. He's going to be the top choice as far as like right now. I feel a lot better if we have Ramon Burrell healthy. I'd be like, listen, we got somebody who's going to run. You know what his best skill is he's able to just be in the right place at the right time to get like goals around the 6-yard box, tap-ins, and he got that sixth sense to know where to be, where a ball is going to fumble and ricochets and all that type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he had a very good season. He's had a very, very good season. So
I wish he was able to come back and get like a game or two in before the thing, because I'll just go with him again. You know
I don't think he's in the squad because he's injured. Both he and Lewis Baker actually. I think I heard that Lewis Baker got his papers too. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's good because at one point, something happened with the recruitment because remember at one point, Lewis Baker and Andre Brooks, it was like, it ain't going to happen, Well,
Lewis Baker, there's a lot that goes around Lewis Baker, but it's probably working out. He's been injured for a while. Andre Brooks is more recent, though. I didn't hear a lot about Andre Brooks. You hear more about Nelson and Sterling, all these players. You hear a lot about Andre Brooks, but I think Speed did a good job of bringing in Andre Brooks and Mason Clark. I think Tyrese already had his papers, so that wasn't an issue.
But Kranky, imagine if we did this during the Gold Cup or like, you know what I'm saying? Like back when, man, then we'd be properly, governed how we should be going into the World Cup. But this is what happened when you wait to the last minute till it's a crisis to do the right thing. You know what I mean?
It's a very, as I said, it's been a very reactive recruitment approach versus a more proactive one.
It's a tough lesson.
Yeah.
It's a tough lesson, but they realize it now. That's the only silver lining I'm getting out of this. Is like my question to you, right? Do you think if we would have qualified for the super group, quotation marks, right? Do you think any of these players like Brooks or Mason Clark would have gotten to the World Cup squad? They would have qualified the easy route?
It's a good question. There is some pushback from players who are part of the team. You heard Hayden. I think was it Hayden and somebody else who hit out against bringing in new players. Amari Bell, right? Even though Hayden took his forever to come in. So that came out. But I do think that there would have been some recruiting. Not sure who the players would have been. But for example, Mason Greenwood would have come in. Rudolph Speed has basically said
Greenwood would have, Mason Greenwood.
If he decided to come, he would have come. Yeah.
Yeah,
if a Mason Greenwood come or some of the other younger, like a Keenan Davis come, they would have come in.
Yeah.
Keenan Davis, Mason Greenwood, Jonathan Rowe, those players would have come in.
Yeah. I guess that would have been the best way to recruit the top ballers then. But I'm still happy to see, like Brooks, man, that's good because, the midfield is struggling, and I think those people that are saying play him on the wing, like, no, we don't need him there. We need him at the...
No, he needs a bit of 10. He needs a bit of 10 or the 8.
Yeah, 8 or 10, you know what I mean? And then I would put him at 8 because we don't really have a strong number 8. And then it's either, Bobby Reed at 10 or, I guess you say Casey Palmer.
Right.
I don't know, I don't know who else we would say up at the 10, but or Damari Gray, but I think really when we need him the most, where he's most, needed to play is that 8. If especially, Lewis Baker not, incorporated in the team yet. But
Yep. Well, you know what? There's life after the World Cup, so we'll see what happens afterwards.
That's
actually,
it. Hey, I was just about to say the same thing. Like time when I've seen England over the years, maybe they didn't have the best World Cup. Or they exit out early or something like that.
Right.
And you know what they do? They just say, "Listen, we got to get ready for the Euros. It's 2 years away." You know what I mean? And that's the mentality that we should have. Is that all right? We finally through crisis or whatever. Start doing the right thing in terms of recruitment. I don't know if he just held it back because he said, now it's my team now, and I want to be like, Thanos and have all the Infinity Stone, and now I'm gonna go for the search on the hunt for everything. But man, I mean, as long as we keep doing this in this direction, the team actually, the future don't look so dim. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the youth and stuff like that. Coming along as well,
Yes, definitely. Look, at the end of the day, we should just give it our best shot. If it works, good. If it doesn't, we try going forward to make sure we learn lessons from this failure, even though we have a lot of failures since 98. But I think if we don't get it, we just gotta come again.
That's it. All right, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling.
I'll turn up the line and man, have a good night.
All right, bless.
All right.
That was Jay, people. All right, people. We'll close on the show. It's been a good evening. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you could join me. I won't have any outer music. I'll say this, which is looking forward to Friday when we'll have the Reggae Boyz squad being announced. I'll probably try to do a show sometime Friday, either Friday evening or Friday afternoon. Talk about the squad. I don't expect the squad to be materially different from this. It should be very similar. Maybe a few changes here and there. But for the most part, these are the main players. So when we go to battle, when we go to war, what's that? Next week? A week after next week? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. What was the astute recruiting at the start of the camp? What was this astute? There was no astute recruiting. The recruiting should have been done before then. We hear about Max Aaron, we hear about Mason. But the Mason situation, though, is I'm not blaming the JFA for that. That's all Mason. Mason decided not to come. They recruited him. Max Aaron's also, that's Max. Cameron Archer. All those players we're talking about, that's not JFF. To me, that's them. Maybe we gotta do better with Cameron Archer earlier. But I think that's those players. There are other players, though, who we could have done a better job of recruiting, but it's those players. I mean, it's a 1998 team would have qualified with 3 games to play. Well, that was what? That was almost 30 years ago. Yeah, no. The recruiting wasn't on point. The recruiting was poor. We kind of recycled the CM team. I think we lost. We missed the World Cup when Hagrimson left. When Hagrimson left, that threw everything in our wrench. And we're bringing a recycled coach who don't know him do. In hindsight, maybe it should have been Steve Bruce, another recycled coach versus, because Steve Bruce was the coach who would get most teams from the championship up to Premier League in terms of bringing teams up. People talk about Sam Allardyce a lot. And the other coach, I forgot his name, miss me now. But Steve Bruce is the one who brings most teams from the championship, in terms of Premier League history to the Premier League. So maybe he would have brought Jamaica through, but hindsight is a good teacher. Anyway, anybody, is my last chat I'm taking. Said what I've learned from this spot is that even if you're treading water, staying the same, you are falling behind as others progress ahead. Yeah, I think the mistake that we made not realizing that, and we heard Speed talk about it, is Curacao had only one player born in Curacao in their team. They brought in a renowned coach who had some family matters history and still qualify. We failed to qualify, and we are going to be watching the World Cup and wish Jamaica was there. The losing killer recruiting, No, I think the lack of recruiting created the losing. That's my view. The lack of knowledge of the players with Jamaica descent, the lack of a structured, standardized recruiting methodology and process and system resulted in us not having the best players we could obtain to be part of the squad, resulting in us not performing at a certain level. It get exacerbated by the lack of an adequate coach and the lack of an adequate administration to help put all the parts together to ensure a seamless process to qualify. And obviously, we are reaping the fruits of our lack of labor, quality labor. If we had qualified, we would have gotten the players. Yeah, but you want to get the players before you qualify, not the other way around to me. But anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button before you leave. Have others watch the program. And have a wonderful night. And I may not do any more show this week, but I'll definitely be here Friday to hear the squad and talk about it. So look out for Friday show, people. All right. Peace out. Have a good night.